Madden Football brings you the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Buckle up. There's football coming your way on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up tonight, as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between these road warriors and the home team. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate, with every one of these playoff rounds.
Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the Divisional Round finale. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusting tight end.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 1st down. They've got a man in motion. Play action on 1st down. Dump off caught by his back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, Well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of him to go put a score on the board.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And they'll have first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now a give on the counter. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for them on 2nd and goal, and now they need 8 on 3rd. They'll throw it. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll run here on 1st down. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
He lets one fly deep downfield. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Takes this in at the 25. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, receiving team.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Option give here. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. He'll throw it. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Just a field goal separates these two. More from this one right after this. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he's still got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 39. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
8 yards to go.
He's dropping back to throw. Sideline throw is incomplete. Should have been intercepted in all reality. Instead, 4th down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll head up, 1st and 10 from the 42. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They're throwing it. Escapes the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The offense headed back to the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Slot man motioned over. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go play action on 1st. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's a throw. He's got a man left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Finds a seam down the middle, and he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's to Schultz, out right side. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. Intercepted in the end zone.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch made over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. He just throws this one away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's a pickup of 11, and that'll give him a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From the 43. He's still going at the 30. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. 2nd and 3 now. He'll throw it yet again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. Pass play on 1st and 10. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Pass play now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Brown adds the PAT. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 3.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And this one does not go far. Give him a couple on the play, but no matter, we've reached the end of our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much.
Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. He's going to throw this one. Complete over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll get it up to the 44. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that gives them the first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll try and throw it here. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught for the first. And he's in, touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Brown now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys double their lead to 14. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Schultz has it, work in the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it up to the 27.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession.
Let's go. Roll.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 46. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
It's 3rd and 1.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got it over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. They've got possession just 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. Third down, 1 yard to go. Hand off to the back. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They're running the option, short side. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Right up the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, the offense is looking for a possible touchdown, Kate. It's the defense that's stolen the mojo with that stop. This is how they teach you to defend the goal line.
3rd down from the gun. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
Zerline puts it through, and that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Motioning the tight end now. Here's 2nd and 2. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw it again. Pulled in along the sideline by Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 27. Complete over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the catch is made for the touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And his guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Running back, motioning right. From the 28. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that takes them to 3rd down. He'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. A give now from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 39. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
They motion the tight end over. He's back to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Throwing now on 1st down. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys down by 7. Throwing it again here. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Their offense ready to take the field now. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. Back to throw. Complete out to the right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Buys time, rolling right. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Setting up to pass. Flush that. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Now we're on the counter. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They get 2 yards on the run. It's 4th down. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different, and we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed 1 possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. Two teams giving all they have to make it to the NFC Championship. How fun is this, Brock? A great game continues as they kick it away in overtime. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. And since it's the postseason, Brock, a touchdown won't win the game automatically, but it will put some serious pressure on their opponents getting the football next. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. Finds his man over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw now. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference and pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
On now comes their punter. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Back out runs their offense. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 29. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a pickup of 8, and that brings up 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Pulled in along the sideline by Schultz.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're gonna take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here's 2nd and 7. Dumps it off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
This offense ready to get going again now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing as the open man downfield. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them, the guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. Couple of deserving teams laying it all out there, and they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.